Okay, well, I got it all sanded, as good as I'm going to sand it, and might get rain on here, looks like. Anyway, so I'll be careful. And there's the cover here that I had before, battery cover. There's some flies in it, so I sanded it again, and we're gonna paint it again. So, anyhow, this is far from perfect, but so is the rest of the bike. Far from perfect, but it's gonna be a great improvement. So, anyways, so I just mixed up some paint. I just got a cheap spray gun, HVLP spray gun from Princess Auto, real cheapy. 40 bucks, paint 20 bucks, sand job, cheap. I don't expect to get it perfect because the bike's not on the road yet, so even if I got to do it again, it's not a big deal. It's I just spent 20 minutes or so sanding and prepping. So with this stuff, this paint, of course, you don't need any primer. It's so I get a good base on it, and if I got to touch it up later, so be it. No big deal. Anyway, let's see what happens here. Coat one. It'll be all right. It'll be a great improvement. My little compressor is a little weak. I don't have a lot of air, so it takes a bit of time. I just hope we don't get rain on here. I was afraid of flies. Once I get it painted, I'm gonna take it inside and hang it up, and then leave it. It'll be fine. But coat one looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm painting outside. I'm bringing it in here, let it dry. Look at that shine. Look at that shine on there. Still need another coat or two because of it's still shining through. The darkness shining through in a couple of spots, as you can see. So we'll get her. I just bring it in here so I can get away from the bugs. The bugs stick to it. So anyhow, it's coming out pretty good for what I'm using. So, and then once it gets dry a bit, I'm gonna do the inside here with a brush because you won't be able to see it, and it'll level out nice. So, anyways, coming along really good. I got my battery cover. That one turned out really good. No bugs, and hopefully there's no bugs inside my shop here, so that'll work out just fine. Okay, in between coats of paint, I managed to get the foot brake working. So I had to get some washers inside and outside for the brake there. So that's all hooked up. Light. Put a cotter pan up here. Everything hooked up back here, and yeah, so it's all good. Now I'm ready for the muffler. Muffler mounts on these two holes here. The exhaust. So not sure if I talked about it or not, but I actually cut the exhaust off, re-welded it. Of course, you know, it was scarred up from the chrome was messed up, so I just put tape around there and I painted this black. So this will turn flat because of the heat once it get going, and you know, just like part of the bike. So I actually cut that, repositioned it, and got it fitting really good now. So this will be a good fit because you don't want any strain on this. On the mount or on the cylinder head or the manifold, the bolts to hold this in. You don't want any strain on that because it won't seal properly, and it'll be always causing problems. So I'll take care of that. So there we go. It's finished product. Looks okay, I think. Hard to see there, but here's the top. Looks pretty good, I think. Alright, let her set and dry. Okay, so we got the tank on. Here's the valve, drain valve. Original one I bought, this one's got a crossover pipe here from the spout from the other side of the tank, and a crossover to here. The original one I bought didn't have that, so you gotta make sure when you get the new valves get the crossover. So anyways, and then hooked up these lines, and yeah, it's all good. So we got to just get the tank mounted here. Got to get the side panels on, get the tape off of there and put this thing on. So I'm gonna put the seat on now, and then it'll be more complete. Also, this is still a bit of a mess here. I'm gonna hook up this brake light switch, so I'll just gonna work on that right away. Okay, so we got this side on. Looks pretty good. This is chrome, of course, is not new. It's original, and it's a few dings in it and scratches and whatever. And it's anyway, it gives the bike some character, I guess. It's all original. So these panels are new because the old ones are torn up and stuff. And that's a new badge there because the original one's plastic, and that's all that's left to it. Of course, it's rotted, right? So, anyways, and there's one of the original pieces that were just torn up. There's another one. So, yeah. So here's another new one. Just the one bolt keeps that on. So these actually fit into a groove here. It's a bit of work to put them in there, but anyway, it worked out all right. So let's get the other one on, I guess. Okay, so get that tank on, of course. Get the battery cover, which is get the battery cover on there. There's a S90 symbol goes on here. I'll put that on after. Get the brake light switch working. It's over here, spring adjusted. Got the new shocks struts on the back there, so I'm ready for the seat now. And put some gas in probably and give her a try. Kind of scary because yeah, works out great. If I don't, well, I'll deal with it as it comes. We'll see. I'll keep working on it there, and I'll take it inside.